Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, as usual, keeping you updated. Stay tuned because it's going to be obviously a busy week, the final 2 weeks of the summer transfer window. Imagine in 2 weeks now, all of this will be over because we are arriving to the very end. The deadline day is getting closer, movements are happening, things are happening, so stay tuned for all the very latest here on the channel. It's been Barcelona day, up in the air because Barcelona saw João Cancelo arriving, then Rodri arriving. Today will be time for medical test and contract signing. But to add something more on Barcelona, I wanted to return on the situation of Victor Gyökeres because I'm receiving many questions from you regarding Victor Gyökeres. There were many reports in Spain in the last 24 hours that Victor Gyökeres might be the right man for Barcelona if they can't get Julian Alvarez. With maximum respect, guys, with all the sources, anyone has his own information. I have my own information, others can have their information. I'm telling you what I'm told. At the moment, from Barcelona, there is no confirmation of any operation Gyökeres started. I try to update you on daily basis, and like on the Rodri case, I was telling you, the Rodri mission has started. João Cancelo, the deal is going to happen, it's a matter of time. So there is a moment when a deal, especially this with big ones, the deal is doing the click to understand that it's entering into important stages. That click between Barcelona, Arsenal, Victor Gyökeres is still not there. At the moment, there is nothing really concrete ongoing. No conversations, no negotiations, no discussions. Then, should anything change, I will let you know. But at the moment, the feeling at Arsenal is that Victor Gyökeres is going to stay, is that Mikel Arteta is happy with Victor Gyökeres. Mikel Arteta believes Arsenal need a player like Victor Gyökeres in the squad for his skills. Last season was still scoring a lot of goals. And also, not just in terms of numbers, in terms of contribution, Arsenal are convinced that the second season in the Premier League is going to be different. So Arsenal are very optimistic about Gyökeres. Then, if Barcelona arrive and the click happens, I will let you know. But that's not the case for today. So at the moment, the situation of Victor Gyökeres is absolutely quiet. Talking about strikers, I also wanted to mention just quickly Harry Kane. The conversation between Bayern and Harry Kane's camp over new contract has already started behind the scenes. Remember that Harry Kane is represented by his brother, Charlie, who is taking care of these conversations. And my understanding is that Bayern have started the process. There are negotiations ongoing, there are discussions ongoing, there is optimism to reach an agreement for Harry Kane to stay at the club, to extend his stay at the club. The current contract is expiring in 2027. They still have to discuss details of this new contract in terms of length of the contract, in terms of the existence of an exit clause. For example, there was a clause to be activated in January, not in the summer, specific clause in the previous contract, in the current contract of Harry Kane at Bayern, so they have to discuss what to do with exit clauses. There were some kind of matching rights for Tottenham. We have to understand what's going to happen there, if Tottenham will maintain that kind of option or not. So there are several things to discuss in order to get the deal done, but the conversation is ongoing. Bayern, Harry Kane. Now the player is back from holidays, and so the conversation can be easier and faster. Something to mention on Manchester United, guys. First of all, some rumors from some Spanish outlet, I don't know where it's coming from. Many of you sent me Gavi to Manchester United, absolutely fake news. I don't know where this is coming from. Many of you sent me on Twitter, but Gavi is not leaving Barcelona, absolutely impossible. Barça are more than happy with Gavi. I would not be surprised if in the next months Gavi and Barcelona start discussing a new contract. It's not something imminent, so I don't want to throw things that are not happening today, tomorrow, or in a few days. But I mean, in the next months, I would not be surprised to see a conversation Gavi-Barça over new contract. But in general, Barça are super happy with Gavi, Gavi is super happy with Barça. Rodri joining Barça is only good news for Gavi. Gavi and Rodri have an excellent relationship, and so it doesn't mean that Rodri is going to Barça and so Gavi wants to go. These are all bullshits, it's not true at all, and Gavi is staying. Manchester United are currently very focused on a new left back. Conversations are happening behind the scenes on several profiles. We know that one of the favorites was Lewis Hall at Newcastle, but Newcastle don't want to sell the player. There are more candidates in the list at Manchester United being assessed, being discussed. So let's see what's going to happen there. For sure, Manchester United are working on a new left back. That's the priority. In terms of midfielder, it might depend on opportunities. So if the right opportunity appears, I think Man United could still do something in midfield. Otherwise, they could stay with the current squad as they already added Andrei Santos and Yuri Tielemans to the team. So let's see if the right name appears on the market. Otherwise, Man United will still focus their efforts on the left back. For sure, Michael Carrick, not just in public in the interviews, but also in private in the conversations he's having with the club, is pushing to get one more player at least, might be two. So we will be following that situation. On Manchester United, guys, I also wanted to mention to you the situation of Bruno Fernandes. I was talking about that in the previous video, and already in May, in June, before the World Cup. Man United have offered a new contract to Bruno Fernandes already at the end of May. Because Man United knew that Galatasaray, for example, but also clubs from Europe, top clubs from Europe, wanted to try tempt Bruno Fernandes. And Man United decided to stop all the conversations by offering a new deal to Bruno. So Man United really want him to stay. The current deal of Bruno Fernandes at Manchester United is valid until June 2027, one more season, plus an option to extend. Club option to extend. So Man United feel protected, but Man United still want to give Bruno the feeling of confidence with a new contract. So the conversation is ongoing. We have to follow the situation. For sure, it's going to be an important negotiation for United. The return of Marcus Rashford in terms of salaries internally is an important return because the salary of Marcus Rashford is a huge salary. So obviously this is part of the conversation, the length of the contract, the salary. Bruno has a release clause into his contract at United currently. So is this clause going to stay or not? So this is the conversation with Bruno Fernandes and his agents. But Manchester United are on it, definitely. So we will be following that situation. Talking about situations to follow, keep close eye also to Rafa Leão, because AC Milan signed Diego Moreira from Strasbourg in the last 24 hours. The player is arriving soon in Milano for medical test and contract signing. And it's an expensive deal, 50 million euros fix, important add-ons, and also a sell-on clause. So the total package is going to be more than 60 million euros for Diego Moreira to AC Milan, but what a signing, what a player, very talented. And Rafa Leão could still leave. There is interest from Galatasaray. Fenerbahce already tried at the beginning of the July transfer window, and now we have to see if they are going to return. And then I'm told also Saudi clubs are calling to understand the situation of Rafa Leão. So I'm sure it's going to be an interesting one to follow. We will be here to update you also on that one. So remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your opinion, guys, on Bruno, on Gavi, on United signings, on Kane, on Leão, on Gyökeres, many topics as every single day. I will see you here as always. Ciao. Thank you.